All right. Can you please state your name for the record?
My name is Mike West.
And Mike West, how long have you been in city?
Uh, Not too long, but I have a brother who's been around for quite some time,
Okay.
or a cousin, or whatever it'd be.
How many hours a week can you put in the city
Uh,
doing
I don't know.
LSPD work?
So I would probably, if I would become LEO, I would strictly dedicate my time to this. So I'm usually, I don't know, like 4 hours a night. So whatever four times that is, I'd say probably 20 hours,
Okay.
20 plus.
Tell us a bit about yourself and your background.
Well, I come from a very poor family. Uh, Father he was a police officer. Um, Mother wasn't around too much. So my father set the expectations very high. So I've always wanted to get into law work. Um, yeah, it's just me. I don't really talk too much to the other one. He's not the best, apple in a bunch.
Okay.
But yeah, I stayed straight and narrow, and uh, I just always have been interested in police work, and that's what brings me here today, so talking to you.
Okay, perfect. Why do you want to become a law enforcement officer?
Well, like I said, my daddy he was a lawman, and
So kind of like following the footsteps.
yeah, he always preached the trade, said it was a great occupation. He's got a lot of cool stories. And keeping the streets safe. He's met so many people throughout his time. So that's something I'm interested in. I enjoy the interaction with the community, and I enjoy being able to help others and keep everyone safe. So I think this would be the perfect fit.
Okay. What sets you apart from other applicants seeking the position as a LEO?
Well, I have quite the experience when it comes to law enforcement. I was many ranks in other cities. I think we're getting close to like probably 1,500 to 2,000 hours as LEO. Uh, I got great people skills, great leadership skills. I'm open minded, always open to constructive criticism. And I'd say I'm fairly easy to get along with. So I think that would be what would set me apart from everyone else.
Okay. And you just answered this. Do you have any prior law enforcement or related experience? You said you had about 15 to 2,000 hours.
Yeah, I got quite a lot. I mean,
Okay.
I've been all up and down, high command. I've been chief of police. I've been a lot.
Okay. Walk us through how you would handle a civilian who suddenly starts cussing at you and becoming hostile.
I mean, I would just de-escalate. And it'd be super apologetic. Even though if I didn't, just always try and de-escalate, no matter what. Just level head, try and talk them down. If that doesn't work. I mean, you go with what you got to do. But
Right.
yeah, I would not. You just got to de-escalate. I think is the main thing.
Perfect. Say a supervisor gives you an order you believe is wrong or unsafe. What would you do?
Uh, I would refuse. I mean, if it's wrong, that's why would you do it? If it's wrong, you could get legal repercussions or whatever the task may be. Regardless, you could lose your job. If it's unsafe, I'm trying to go home every night, and I'm sure there will be some unsafe situations, but uh, I don't think giving an order to do an unsafe task would be appropriate.
Okay. What do you think is the biggest mistake new officers make, and how would you avoid it?
Oh man, I don't know. I think it's probably maybe they come into it thinking they're fresh and maybe this like overconfident, and maybe that leads to irrational choices or just unprofessionalism or who knows what. But I think it would be like maybe like being a know-it-all or acting too cocky would be the biggest mistake.
Okay. In your view, how can law enforcement build and maintain strong relationships with the community?
Well, I mean, who's the community call when things hit the fan? They call the police. So I think you know if we handle every situation with the community with the civilians to the best of our ability and try and just please everyone as best as possible. I think that would be how you build the relationships. If you can keep the streets safe and show that you can keep them safe, that's what they the people care about.
Right. Okay. What are your long-term goals within LSPD? Like K9 SWAT, CIU, Air One, Heat, Patrol, Parole, etc.
Uh, I would just like to really just grow inside the department and see see what options there are. I have no idea what I'd want to do. I definitely would like to rise the ranks, climb through the ranks, and maybe have a shot at high command or some kind of leadership role. I've always been driven towards that at least aspect. But any division or branch off could be an opportunity. It all just depends what pulls me to where.
Okay. How would you handle accountability when you make a mistake on duty?
I mean, you just got to own up to it. You can't sweep it under the rug or hide it. You just you eat the bullet and whatever happens or whatever repercussions, you reap what you sow.
Okay. What would motivate you to continue improving as an officer over time?
I think it would just be the interactions with the community, because you're always just trying to strive to be better and give the best possible outcome, the best possible advice. So I think that would be what would strive me to be a better officer or drive me.
Okay. These are just some acknowledgments and disclosures I got to read to you. Do you understand that any gang affiliation or cooperation will result in immediate termination and possible prosecution?
Yes.
Do you understand that employment with the LSPD is at will and may be terminated at any time without prior notice?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you are accepted into LSPD, you must complete cadet to probationary training within 1 week, followed by probationary to officer training within an additional week, or you could face termination?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.